Greetings, lovely faces. I had a request for my story this morning, and I know I've shared it with you all a billion and one times, but we're going to try something fun and new, so here it goes. I truly believe I was born with an eating disorder. I know that sounds stupid and ridiculous, and maybe it is, but that's just how I feel. The first 5 years of my life, I lived on a farm in the middle of frickin' nowhere, like 30 miles from town. So it's not like I grew up eating Doritos and soda and going to McDonald's, because that wasn't the case. I just loved food and I couldn't get enough of it. We had homegrown meals, home cooked kind of food. And I had two sets of grandparents that lived on the same farm. I would go to the one set of grandparents at age 3. I would eat, snacks, cookies and pie and lunch and lemonade, whatever. Then I would go to the next set of grandparents and tell them I hadn't eaten just so I could do it all over again. Not typical behavior of a 3-year-old, right? And so begins my struggle with weight. By the time I went to kindergarten, I was morbidly obese. In 6th grade, 12 years old, I was wearing men's jeans, 38 waist. And it was just because it was so hard to find plus size clothes big enough to fit me, so I just wore guy jeans. Awful, right? Really awful. When I was 16, I went to the state fair with all my friends, and we got on this big, cool, awesome new ride. There was seriously probably like 10 of us, and it was taking forever to start. And finally, the guy who was running the ride came over to me and he asked me, he's like, I need you to get off this ride because I can't get the safety restraint properly closed because you're too big to close it. Flippin' mortifying. Like, I seriously wanted to die because all my friends saw it and everybody else saw it and God knows who else. And the sad thing is that didn't even open my eyes. I went home that night and probably ate a bag of Doritos and a carton of ice cream and washed it down with a 2-liter bottle of soda. Just, And finally, when I was 19 years old, I was in hair school. That was back when we still had to develop film. And my grandma brought over some Christmas pictures. And that's when I saw the picture that saved my life. I know you've all seen it. And when I saw that, I bawled my bloody eyes out. I locked myself in my bedroom and I cried and I cried. It was like the first time I had ever stepped outside my body and seen this is what you really look like. Up until that point, obviously I knew I was huge. I was wearing huge clothes and, whatever. But up until that point, I had just accepted, hey, you're the fat, funny girl. Like, I had lots of friends, and so it's like, it was okay, like, I was funny and they all accepted it, and that was fine, so I told myself. That moment when I saw that picture, a light bulb went off in my head. I don't know what it was, but it's like I reached down inside myself and I was like, hell with this shit. This is all bullshit. This is not the life you need to live. This is not how you have to be. This is your story. You don't need to end it like this. And so that's when I decided I was going to change. I joined Weight Watchers, and I went to Weight Watchers. My first meeting, I went seriously telling myself, okay, you're going to go this week. You're going to give it 1 week. You're going to follow the program honestly, whatever. And then when you go back next week and weigh in and realize it didn't work, then you could quit. Like, I was promising myself before I had ever even gone that in 1 week it wasn't going to work and then I was going to quit. Ridiculous, I know. I didn't know what I was going to do when it didn't work, but that's what I told myself. And that following week, I went and lost 11.6 pounds. 1 week. And that's when I decided, hey, you know what? You can do this. Like, you can change your life. And I did. You all know I lost part of my weight, got pregnant, had Easton, and then lost the final 95 pounds in just over 9 months. And since then, I've had Ever and back at goal weight. I got back to goal weight in just 5 weeks after she was born. But this is the thing. This is your life, my life. It doesn't have to be about you being fat and feeling uncomfortable in your own skin. I am not here to tell you, oh, I just lost the weight, it just fell off, and now I just stay this size. No, that's not the case. I bust my ass and I fight for it because you know what? It's totally worth it. Do I want to eat a bag of potato chips and a pizza every night? No, because I'd rather be a skinny bitch. So, all of you guys, just remember, you can do this. I'm not here to tell you it's easy. I'm not here to sugarcoat it and say, oh, you're just going to lose the weight and blah, blah, blah. No. I'm here to tell you to fight because this is the life you can have. I mean, I never thought I would be this happy, skinny bitch. Never. But it was so worth it. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. So, I'm glad you all allowed me to share my journey with you, and I'm so glad to be able to be a part of your journeys also. So,